Hi, I'm Marianne Edwards, Mayor of Temecula, California, and I'm here at Hello Puppies on their grand opening. And I'd just like to say, as a member of the local animal shelter board, that we support well-run, ethical, professional pet stores who monitor their breeders and use professional, reputable breeders to supply their animals. We also support the adoption of animals locally. So, you know, it's a wonderful industry, and we realize that there are abuses in this industry. But for places like Hello Puppies, it's really easy to verify who their breeders are and the way that their animals are treated. And I have toured this facility, and I can tell you this is a well-run facility, and we are happy to provide support for this facility, and we're happy to have them in our community. So, congratulations, Hello Puppies.
Yeah, hello. I'm Ron Morrison, the Mayor of National City, and here in National City we have National City Puppy, which has been a fantastic community sponsor here within National City. I've been in the store many times myself, found the puppies to be extremely well treated. You know, I don't consider them puppies. They're more like princes and princesses the way they're treated. Their facilities, everything there, they are pampered beyond belief. You know, we would be the first ones, if anyone was mistreating animals, as a city, we'd be the first ones to step in and say, this has to stop. We are never going to allow the mistreatment of animals. We certainly haven't seen that in National City Puppy. As a matter of fact, they have been very accommodating, showing us everything, showing us the background of these dogs, showing us what the pictures of parents, pictures of the places they come from, have been very open, and we've had just multitudes of satisfied customers coming out of there. They're a great business in National City, and we appreciate having them.
Wanted to ask you what you really thought of pet stores.
Yeah, well, you know, pet stores, I mean, can run the entire gamut. It's like anything else.
Right.
I mean, you can have a grocery store, and you can have some lousy grocery stores, you can have phenomenal grocery stores.
Right.
And so it's very dependent. You know, and as I say, I've been in National City Puppy, been entirely impressed with the operation that you have there, both inside and out. You go in the back room, you take a look at how the animals are being treated. It's,
right.
You know, it's phenomenal. And as I say, I know that, you know, young puppies are very fragile things, everything else,
right.
and you guys pamper them like crazy. And
we do.
you know, and so it's great to see that. You know, there's a lot of individuals that, you know, come to us and they want government to regulate everything.
Right.
And, you know, you can only go so far in regulation.
Right.
And that's where it starts making sense. And everyone's got their own kind of private whims. I mean, there's people that are all caught up in the sensitivity of flowers and vegetables. Does that mean that we outlaw florists?
Right.
I mean, you know, and it's, you know, you got to take a look and make sure that, in this case, that animals are humanely treated, and that, you know, that they are being given good homes, that they are given the opportunities to, you know, have a thriving life and everything else. And, you know, when I say a National City Puppy, you're certainly doing that.
Right.
And, you know, you've been a great business here within National City. And there's absolutely, in my mind, no reason to go banning these type of businesses,
Right.
other than just people on their whims and on just playing politics.
Yeah, that's really what it is they're playing politics.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for those kind words, we really appreciate that. You know, the animal rights extremists, you know, the PETA type people, you know, they're the movers and the shakers. They're the ones that kind of drive the agenda. And I see, as you know, as a political leader, you're able to kind of see past that. You see how our business works and where our puppies are coming from. Because the truth of the matter is, that's the core issue, is where the puppies come from. You know, there could be a pet store that, you know, takes care of their puppies just like we do at the best possible way. But where do the puppies come from?
Right.
Now, you've seen pictures of our breeders,
Right.
You've seen all the reports that we have, and you realize that, yeah, there can be puppy mills out there, but you know that, you know, we've shown you federally licensed breeders with the
Right.
reports and everything, and you see that, you know, they may have had, you know, that scarlet letter several years ago, you know, but then have since improved, right? And then now are platinum breeders. You know, in our experience, we've you know, we've been doing this for about 10 years, and I'll tell you firsthand that you know, the professional commercial breeders are really the best place to get your puppy, because those are the healthiest puppies. Right. And as you know, we also offer that 10-year guarantee and everything else. So what do you think? Is it fair for an animal rights person to give a broad brush and say that all breeders that sell to pet stores are puppy mills? I know they'd said that if they come from the Midwest, they're definitely a puppy mill. But you shared an email with me about Alpine, right?
Right.
Somebody complained about it.
Yeah, you know, I got an email from one of these individuals, and they were complaining because now someone is getting one, getting puppies from Alpine, and so we got to stop that. Well, wait a minute. You want to stop the ones from the Midwest, now you want to stop the ones coming from our own backyard.
Right.
Where's the argument? I mean, where's the consistency? And
Right.
it's not there. Personally, all my dogs I've gotten from the pound.
That's great.
And there's nothing wrong with that, and the dog I have right now is a pound puppy. But do you become anti-choice where you don't give people a choice?
Right.
And that's the whole thing. I mean, being able to be pro-choice, to allow people to have choices and to be able to make up their own decisions in their own mind, as long as it's within a healthy environment.
Right.
That's the whole thing. And and it's just in any profession, you can see things where people do it the wrong way and people do it the right way. That don't mean that you go to the extreme and just say we're going to throw everybody out because of that.
Yeah, we've seen, if there's a bad lawyer, you're going to get rid of all the lawyers. If
Well, some people might say we want to do that, but that's a different story.
All right, well, how about doctors? There's
Yeah,
a bad doctor, we're going to get
there you
rid of
go.
all doctors. So yeah, so I see that you can see through that, and we appreciate that.
And I've seen kind of the horror story pictures
Sure.
that are out there, but then I've also seen pictures that that are these very modern breeding
facilities.
breeders.
Yeah, sure,
They have
absolutely.
great facilities, a lot of room for the animals, everything else.
Right.
They have restrictions on how many litters and everything else, and all these different, and what happens to the dog after that point. And they've got all these rules and regulations. So should you go ahead and look at this horror picture that someone shows and say, well, okay, that's going to apply to this person here also?
Right.
That doesn't make good sense.
Right, it doesn't make sense. So that's why I would say, AB 485, which is a spot bill up in the assembly right now, aims to eliminate every single pet store using that broad brush.
Right.
And they say by eliminating pet stores and having to go to what they call a humane model, where you have to adopt out puppies from your pet store, which in our store in National City is only about 1,500 square feet. It's just a small little store.
Right.
We couldn't house full-grown animals. So what do you think about AB 485? Do you think that the government should overregulate and tell pet stores that sorry, you get out of business just to get to those bad breeders that are actually puppy mills?
Well, and that's one of our problems I think that we have going on right now, is that we have so many issues that are major issues that affect all of California, all of our families. And instead of addressing those issues, we keep going after these, what I call more frivolous bills. And we get someone who comes and has a complaint, and all of a sudden we make these across-the-board decisions, and one-size-fits-all decisions. And to me, it's really hurting our state. It really is.
Yeah, I would say so.
And certainly, I think this is just another situation on that, where you're painting everyone with a broad brush when it shouldn't be.
Right, and it shouldn't be, right. Okay, well, Mayor, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for addressing your point of view. Again, we're very thankful for your leadership here in National City, and we're happy to be part of the community.
Well, I want to thank you for choosing National City to have your business here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.